Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over some updates on the used car market because we've got some more data on what is happening. Before we get into the video though, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. And then if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Let's get into it. So the numbers are in for the used car market when it comes to what happened in April. So by the end of the month, there was just over 2.1 million used cars available for sale. This represents a 41-day supply. The average listing price was just under $27,000, and the average mileage on a used car was just over 70,000 miles. And so what this shows is that listing prices slightly increased at the same time that overall supply slightly increased as well, which might seem like that kind of contradicts itself on the surface, and we'll talk about why it happened that way. But on top of the supply being greater and prices being higher, sales were slightly down for the month of April as well. And so you have this situation where you've got more cars, higher prices, and fewer people are buying them. Quickly, I forgot to mention earlier, this data comes from Cox Automotive. But anyways, the next little data set is actually the sales figures. So just over 1.4 million cars were sold, which is down by 4% year over year with April's figures. And so, like I said, there's a softening in sales. But the last figure that I want to talk about before we kind of talk about what this means for the used car market is going to be the number of vehicles available within each price segment. So for vehicles that are $10,000 and less, they had a day supply number of 31 days. So that's lower than what the average supply number is for the used car world. 10,000 to 15,000, 37 days supply. 15,000 to 20,000, 40 days supply. 20,000 to 35,000, 44 day supply, and above 35,000 had a 46-day supply. So just like the new car market, as things get more expensive, the day supply number increases because the more expensive vehicles aren't selling as well. The only thing that is outside of that trend is, and this applies to the used car market as well, is once you get to like very expensive cars, so we're talking, you know, multiple six figures, then the day supply number actually goes down again because the super rich people are still buying cars, which is yeah, that's just a funny thing. But anyways, let's now dive into what this means for the used car market. So first off, we are right now seeing an increase in prices, and the reason we're seeing an increase in prices is because retail values always lag behind wholesale values. For the majority of the 2023 sales year, wholesale values have been on the rise, and so retail values have been creeping up to follow the increase in wholesale values. And so even though wholesale values are currently declining again, the retail values are still playing catch up. And so what will most likely happen is we'll start to see these retail values slightly trend downwards, but that won't happen until the end of probably next month. And so it'll just take some time for this to come into effect. And so that's why the prices are increasing at the same time that the overall amount of cars is increasing. Because again, some of you might think, well, if there's more cars available, then the prices should come down because supply and demand. And again, you have to understand everything lags. And so because the supply is actually increasing at the same time that these prices are increasing, this is actually going to help diminish demand even more, which could potentially help those prices soften at a faster rate compared to what they normally might do. So if you happen to be in the market for a used car, or you happen to be looking to trade in your car, there's just a few things that you need to know with what we are currently experiencing in the market. When it comes to someone that is looking to buy a car, understand that right now you might not have a lot of negotiating power because we still have a pretty low day supply number within the used car market. And again, the prices on the retail side of things haven't started to trend downwards yet. And so dealerships are probably not willing to negotiate as much off of the price of a used car quite yet. In a month or two, right, they might be a little bit more willing. And then if you are looking to trade in your car, understand that although these retail values are higher, your trade-in value is going to be lower in conjunction to current retail value because the wholesale values have already started to decline. And so your situation when it comes to trading in your car is only going to worsen as time goes on with everything that's happening in this market. And so if you are looking to purchase a brand new car and you are trading in a car, then waiting for bigger discounts on the brand new car might not actually end up benefiting you in the long run because of the increase in interest rates that are going to happen over time. Even though the Fed has said they're going to pause things, we'll see if that happens. And then the other part of that, right, is going to be the fact that your car is going to be worth less money in the future than it is today. And so it's like, oh, there's $500 off extra on this new car, but now my car is worth $500 less. So it's kind of a sixes type situation. Hopefully that helps you out. Let me know what you guys think about this trend. Do you think that the retail values are just going to take a sharp, basically trend downwards, or do you think it's going to take some time for them to start, sloping downwards to follow what's happening with wholesale values? I'll see you.